Oh man, people. Oh man. I want to say thank you to everybody that came along, man, and definitely don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the page if you're new. Let's get to it. I just learned information that LeBron James was plotting to come to the Los Angeles Lakers the whole season while he was in Miami. Him and Pat Riley got into a huge fight over tickets. And he was furious. Told his team, I think I might want to go play for the Lakers. He wanted to go to LA. Clippers was out of the question. He wanted to be up there playing with Kobe. He watched Kobe go down, and it's like, I don't know if Kobe's going to return. And I don't know how he's going to be when he comes back, but let's see at this point what the Lakers want to do. Having me there to Kobe get back, we could be in a title run position. So they began to reach out to make this a reality. With the subtlety of a shotgun. Kobe is going through surgery, and they're secretly meeting, trying to find out if there's a possibility if there's any kind of possibility that they can get LeBron to the Lakers. Mitch Kupchak was 100% against it. He's a Kobe guy all the way, and he knew Kobe wouldn't like this. He probably wouldn't like that we had this meeting, like this talk about it, like this discussion. He probably would feel betrayed that while he's having surgery, we're plotting, to make the step without him. So he felt betrayed by the whole thing. And it got even worse. LeBron pretended like him and Wade were best of friends. After the Olympics, when they plotted and made their decision, him, Melo, and Wade, when they were doing the revenge team, with playing with Kobe and how great that was and what a run, LeBron realized that he could play with Kobe Bryant. So this was not a thing that it was going to be alien to him. And he felt like, man, I needed that. But he felt that, man, Kobe has an attitude against me. Like he has an axe to grind. Like he's really bitter because we did this move. And I want to mend that. Like he wanted Kobe's approval, like a father figure. It's crazy. It's crazy. So without Kobe's approval, LeBron would have never went there to play with him, of course. But the fact that he wanted to see was the Lakers okay with the idea of him going to LA. So they were mentioning to Kobe that LeBron is not happy in Miami, and he's thinking of coming to the Los Angeles Lakers to help the team out. So about time you get back, y'all could be in contention again for a championship. And the way Kobe's eyes stood up, it was like amazement, a shock. Like, But he was deep in thought, and he was thinking 4 steps down, like, did y'all already make a deal? Like, he just was he wasn't thinking about the initial response of where they were. He was thinking, did you already make a deal? Did y'all bring him over yet? They said, no, we made no deal. There's no deal to bring him over. So right away, LeBron did not want to go back to Cleveland. He didn't. That was never his initial response. He didn't want to play for that owner. It was the second option. Kobe and the Lakers were not ready to have LeBron there. So when LeBron was there, it became a different situation. It became whose team it's going to be. LeBron was comfortable with giving the reins to Kobe. It's Kobe's team till Kobe retires. He was okay with that. That wasn't the problem. The problem was altering the look of the team. The problem was altering what was supposed to be and what was going to be. All of that was altered because the whole world never saw. And it's not like he hated LeBron James. He didn't. He didn't like what the future of the NBA was headed towards, with guys running on teams and like loading up teams with superstars. He didn't like that idea. And now that they were winning championships like this is what Kobe looked at as the wrong way to do it. LeBron would probably never admit it, but he knew because Kobe Bryant ghosted him. I mean, completely ghosted LeBron. But would talk to Melo, would talk to Chris Paul, but not him. And he felt bitter about that. He was really upset that Kobe shunned him. Because that's the guy he really wanted the approval from. He really wanted it from Kobe. More than anybody, because Kobe was the man of the league. And now LeBron feels like, okay, now it's our turn to be the man of the league. I'm not getting that respect. So LeBron feels that in order to get that respect, I got to go play with him. I got to make this right. Then he'll respect me. If I come over there and help him get another championship, then he'll respect me. But it came back to LeBron that the Lakers were not an option at this time. They're not in position. They're having interconflicts, and they're not yet in position. But when they're in position, then they'll let LeBron know. Like, they'll reach out when they'll know the time, when the position is there, when the opportunity is there. So they're going to want to see what happens with Kobe first before they can move forward. Mitch Kupchak is against having LeBron on the team. He thinks that this is a bad sign. This guy has brought a lot of negative energy to a team that's already have a lot of negative things in the air with the fights with the ownership of the team happening at this time. So Jim was supposed to run it for 3 years, her brother, and then he was going to turn it over. And her plans was to bring in Kobe to the front office. They were going to bring Kobe right into the front office so that he could still be the face of the Lakers and be the general manager of the team, aside with Magic Johnson, who would be president of basketball operations. This was the move, and Kobe immediately said after coming back and LeBron went to Cleveland that no, he's not with that. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want to be around basketball like that. Because he fears that if I'm around it, maybe I'll get the passion to want to come back and play again. And it's really out of my system. I'm really complete. Like, I know I can't do this the way I want to do it, the way I'm used to doing it consistently anymore. My body won't allow it. So it's time to move on. And that's the way he felt. Like, this is how it should be. Because he always wondered and worried, what would it be like when it gets to that time? And the way he was playing at that time, he was like, but I feel great. So if that time comes and they want to get rid of me, I might be angry. I might keep playing, but I don't want to go to another team. So he was putting all this pressure on himself. Meanwhile, LeBron was giving Cleveland basically a loan break until Kobe retired. Well, the Lakers knew they were not going to renew Kobe's contract. That was it. And they had to talk with Kobe and saying, this is it. We're not going to move forward. And if you want to go to another team, we can make that happen and all that. We apologize for not putting the players around you that could have gotten you to a championship, and we weren't in position. He was, no, sorry. I wouldn't trade my career for probably half of the players that's ever played the game. So he was more than happy, more than satisfied. And he stepped away with no remorse. So while people like myself thought like this is an insult to Kobe when they brought LeBron over, Kobe really 100% truly did not care. The NBA wanted to make this their finals, and they were building towards it. The LeBron-Kobe finals match. And at this point, and at this level, Kobe hadn't won his 2 championships yet, so he was super hungry. And LeBron was hungry to get to where Kobe Bryant is level. This was the finals that never was. So there never was a clear passing of a torch to LeBron. They kind of just like, there you go. There was no, I vanquished these guys to get championships. He didn't vanquish anyone. Everyone in his era was allowed to win championships. He didn't, I'm trying to think, who did he stop to get a championship? He won championships in the era where the East was the worst it had ever been in the history of the National Basketball Association. Literally had the worst period. Like every team in the division was basically losing. They were sending teams with losing records to the playoffs. That was the era in which LeBron James was playing in. Kobe Bean Bryant at this time was so focused, so determined. You know, he had just went to the NBA Finals and didn't win it. And here's this young kid from Cleveland who's just trying to learn his way. We all was rooting for LeBron. We was like, oh man, this guy's going to get better. He's going to be, but he got worse. This guy that's sitting there next to Kobe is not here anymore. That guy isn't here no more. That guy is gone, long gone. That was the LeBron everybody liked and root for. Now it's a narcissistic, I'm the king, and over-entitled, inflated ego human being. And we're just all waiting for him to step away. We've had to endure his nonsense for years. He became the worst part of what the game was supposed to be about, what it stood for. And when Kobe ghosted him, he should have. But when he became a Laker, he talked to LeBron and said, okay, now you're family. So you're part of the family now. Anything you need, let me know. I'll help you. But at this time, LeBron was bitter, didn't want Kobe's help for anything. I got it. Still got his pride. Like Kobe said, he doesn't need any help. What the Lakers about to do, I don't want no part of it. But my agent is about to get out of being an agent now that I'm retiring, so he wants to run it. Let him be general manager. I don't want to do it. I do not want to be LeBron's general manager. No. He knew with that detail. He knew that what happened to the series, a history of other general managers and LeBron James and he just was he was exhausted from basketball. He was happy to take that break. He don't want to be on the road, traveling on games. He's finna enjoy being a father. So don't forget, Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest players to ever play this game. Hands down. And he is a Laker. And LeBron will never surpass Kobe. Don't forget to support the page. Super Chat. Cash App is Carcino. Super Chat is working. Everything else is working. And I'm out. Be blessed. You can subscribe too by hitting one of those that little button in the middle that's got a picture of my face. Yeah, that's like a subscribe button. So you can do that. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bust Life. I got to go check out his new video. Finna do that right now. Welcome to HD, 2 Eyes with the TV. Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez. Ticket TV, and a host of others. I got to go.